The other big story of the day, in a landmark verdict that can come as a relief to many death row convicts, the Supreme Court today held that the death sentence of a condemned prisoner can be commuted to life on the ground of delay on the part of government in deciding the mercy plea. What are the ramifications of this verdict? We tell you in this report.
A landmark verdict from the apex court, 15 death sentences commuted to life. The court's ruling directly impacting major cases, including that of Veerappan's aides. An indirect bearing will be on the case involving Rajiv Gandhi assassins and that of Khalistan terrorist Devinder Pal Singh Bhullar.
Medical records show these prisoners were mad. In spite of that, the government rejected these mercy petitions. This was something which was unacceptable to the Supreme Court, and it made it, and the court said so in no uncertain terms. The judgment is a tribute to the judiciary and to our constitutional values.
Here are some of the big takeaways from the apex court verdict. The court said, delay in deciding mercy plea is a relevant ground for commuting death sentence to life. The court also ruled that a death convict must be hanged within 14 days after dismissal of his mercy petition. On solitary confinement of death convicts, the court said, solitary confinement of a death convict and other prisoners is unconstitutional. Further, the Supreme Court said, death sentence of condemned prisoner cannot be executed if he is suffering from mental illness and schizophrenia. Legal aid must be provided inside jail to the condemned prisoners, and death convict and family members must be informed after his mercy plea is rejected by President or Governor. The court overruled its own verdict of April 2013 on Khalistan terrorist Devinder Pal Singh Bhullar.
The Supreme Court's verdict will not only have an impact on the case of Devinder Pal Singh Bhullar, but also on the political scenario in Punjab, where all political parties, be it the ruling Shiromani Akali Dal or the Congress in opposition, they wanted Devinder Pal Singh Bhullar to escape the gallows.
The implications will also be felt on the petitions filed by Rajiv Gandhi's assassins challenging the rejection of their mercy plea. Rights activists and legal luminaries have termed it a humane judgment. With the verdict, the pressure on the government to expedite cases that have been hanging for years grows.
The apex court has followed the rationale that undue and unreasonable delay in deciding on the mercy petitions of death row convicts while the person is staring at the gallows is akin to torture. Torture itself is in violation of the fundamental right to life and personal liberty, and hence no distinction can be drawn between those convicted in terrorism and non-terrorism related cases. With Manaman China in Chandigarh, Priyamvata in Chennai.